Good evening, good morning, world. It's Ivan O'Mara again. As I'm making this video, you guys are enjoying my video that just got uploaded off this. So you guys are probably, I don't know, 20 minutes into part 1 around there, or the beginning of part 2. So I'll upload this video later on, right after I make this video, and I'll probably watch my video, then I'll go to bed and sleep. Set my alarm for 6, work on my book with my younger brother, and then I might make another video in the evening. I put interesting video in my past video because it's an interesting. That's a sick video. Yeah, Ivan, you really considering building your own movie channel? Yes, I am. I'm considering building, but there's a high chance I will not do that though. I'm just throwing it out there. Like high chance I'm just gonna stick to Amazon 4K Blu-ray. It's good enough. I don't really feel like taking out billions of my money and putting it into a fucking theater chain. But me and VJ will make more money, obviously. But it just depends how much money me and VJ, how much money I make off my book, obviously. High chance I might even make 40 billion off my book. 17 billion is just me being humble, man. I'm assuming, I don't know, 800 million people are going to buy my book, but chances are maybe 1.5. You also have people in Africa, too. People in Africa can all buy my ebook, obviously. You see what I'm saying? I might even make 40 billion off my book. 17 billion is me perhaps being humble. The only way I'll put money into a theater system is if I make like my 35 plus billion off my book. 30 plus billion off my book, I'll put money into my theater system, into my theater chain. I did the math. I don't need to build 4,000 or 5,000. That's too much. No, like I only need to put like a good 200 theaters in Canada, 400 in the States. 170 theaters in Canada is enough in all the major cities. I won't have it be in every single city, but I'll have it be in all the major cities. Every single major city in New York, in America, all the major cities in Canada. I'm not gonna have theater changes in every single city. No, all the major ones and pretty major ones. You have the cities you have the theaters in those cities, obviously. And if you guys want to see how we run theaters, you can drive to a 1.5 hour, 2 hour drive to the nearest movie theater, which a lot of you fans will do for my movie. Yeah, I'll gladly drive 2 hours for your movie on theaters. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Yeah, I only need to build a good 3,000 theaters. That's enough. 2,500, 3,000 theaters is enough to build around the world. I only need to build 180 theaters in Canada. For America has a lot of people. 400 theaters in the States. Obviously, 400 theaters in the States. That's good enough. And a good maybe 1,000 theaters in Europe. Because you're looking at all the countries in Europe. A good 1,000 theaters in Europe around there. 1,200 theaters in Europe maybe. You know what I'm saying? A good 300 theaters in China. A good 180 theaters in Japan. You see what I'm saying? Another 80 yeah, I only need to build a good 2,500 theaters around the world. It'll cost me a good 12 billion bucks to do that around there. 11 billion bucks around there will cost me. 2,500 theaters is enough worldwide. Because you only need to put the theaters in all the major cities. And all the smaller cities or smaller towns are next to those cities, you can just drive a good 1 hour, 2 hour drive to that city to see the movies. I'm not going to put in every single city. No, you can't do that. Put it in all the major cities. All the major cities in the States, like New York, Los Angeles. New York, Los Angeles, all the big cities. Washington, D.C. You know what I'm saying? All the major cities, obviously. Florida, Utah. You know what I'm saying? All Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah. You put theaters in all those big places, obviously. Put all those theaters in those places, obviously. You see what I'm saying? That's what you do. Obviously. But the only way I'll consider the only way I'll consider building a movie theater chain is if I make 30 billion plus off my book. I can take 12 billion of my money and I'll put it towards 2,600 theaters worldwide. And me and Vijay will still have like 18 billion in our bank. We'll still load, obviously. Whereas if I make 18 billion, I'm not touching the theaters. I'm just going to release it on 4K Blu-ray on in the box set on Amazon. And then once I make the money off the movie and merch, I might consider building a movie theater chain afterwards. Because now me and Vijay made more money. We made, I don't know, our $70 billion off the fucking movie and merch. Obviously. But chances are, if I make $17 billion off my book around there, I will most likely not start my own theater chain. Even if I make $70 million off my movie, I'll just stick to Amazon. Obviously. Whereas if I make $40 billion off my Zane's book, I would highly consider putting money into a theater, building my own theater chain. That's why I'm going to have this, once I pay this bullshit fee and I cry my eyes out, I'm going to have this big talk with VJ and George Lucas. Hey, George, you know what I'm saying? I'm considering building a movie chain. Ivan, what theater chain you thinking of? I don't know, an IMAX screening theater chain. Ivan, IMAX is expensive, man. And I went online. It costs us $5 million to build an IMAX cinema, an IMAX screening cinema. Whereas the cheaper theaters cost maybe $2 million to build. Whereas if you want to have IMAX, the best technology, it's like $5 million a pop for each theater, man. So if you do the math, 2,500, you're looking at what? You're looking at like $12 billion in cost, $11 billion in cost around there. I don't know, $5 million times 2,500. Yeah, $12.5 billion will cost me around there to build 2,500. I don't need to build 2,500 theaters is enough. 400 theaters in America. Hey, Ivan, how much theaters you want to build, Ivan? I don't know, George. I want to build a good 2,600 theaters. Where 6,000, 5,000 is crazy. You're wasting money. No. Yeah, if you want to have the whole world fit in there, you're going to have to build like a lot of rooms. Yeah, I'll have a good like 16 rooms in each of my theaters. 16 screening rooms in each of my theaters. And for a billion people to watch the movie, we'll be booked for a couple months. A good 4 or 5 months will be booked. And all the billion people will be able to watch it, obviously. We'll be booked all day long, every day, 7 days a week. For what? For what? For like 6 months straight. This is only if, guys, I make my 40 billion or my 30 plus $billion. If I make 25, 22, I will not touch the theaters. If I make 30 plus billion, I will consider starting my own theater chain with VJ. That way you guys can see my movie on theaters first, and afterwards I release it on 4K Blu-ray on Amazon. So I'll still sign with Amazon, and Amazon will still make the same amount of money as everyone's going to buy my movie, obviously, on Amazon. You guys are going to want to what? You're going to want to have a copy at home, and you're going to what? You know what I'm saying? You're going to what? Yeah. That's my my deal with Amazon. 7228, remember that. See what I'm saying, huh? And so I'm going to have this talk with VJ George Lucas. Hey, George, I'm considering starting my own theater chain line. Oh, Ivan, what are you thinking of for your name? I don't know, George. I'm thinking Skive Cinema. Or Cinema Skive. Skive Cinema. Skive Cinema, Cinema Skive. You know what I'm saying? Skive Cinema, Skive Cinema, Cinema Skive. I think Skive Cinema is good. Or Skiveplex Cinema. Skiveplex Cinema, yeah. Because in Canada, you have something called Cineplex. You can call it Skiveplex Cinema if you want. The plex word is not copyright, obviously. I call it Skive. Just to be safe for not copyright, I'll just call it like Cinema Skive or Skive Cinema. Obviously. Okay, Ivan, what kind of theater are you thinking of? I don't know, George. I'm thinking of an IMAX screening theater. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking of an IMAX theater screening, an IMAX screening theater. Hey, Ivan, it's gonna cost you like $5 million a pop, man, for one theater alone, Ivan. That's a lot of money, man. You know, I'm like, yeah, George, I did the math. It'll cost me a good like $11 billion, $12 billion to build. Ivan, that's a lot of money, man. Yeah, George, don't worry about it. I'll make my money back. I don't know. Me and VJ are gonna make our 27, $30 billion off the fucking the movie ticket sales. Not as much as the Fork movie. We're gonna make our money back. And to reduce the risk, I'm not gonna build 6,000. That's crazy. That's gonna cost me like 20 plus billion. That's crazy. I'm not going to go any higher around that 12 billion range for the costs. Because you got to be careful. You don't want to spend $20 million of your money. That's you being stupid with your money. No. Put a good like 12 billion towards the theater chain. If I build that theater chain. With VJ, obviously. Hence why Zane's, and if it is released on theaters, Zane's will even have crazier buzz. Because you're now getting the what? The enhanced cinema experience. You're getting the enhanced cinema experience, obviously. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I'm going to make a lot. And me and VJ will make more money off the what? Off our movie, obviously. Obviously, right? If I release it on theaters, I'll release it. I don't want to release it year by year, though, man. Because it's going to really distract me with my Grayscape movie. What I might do is I might release... I don't know. If it's released at the theaters, it's better to... I can release it 6 months apart. Like a different Matrix. I can do that. You release Volume 1, and then 6 months later you release Volume 2, then 6 months later you release Volume 3. You can do that for the theaters if you want. Yeah, you can do that for the theaters. Obviously. And then afterwards I'll release it on 4K Blu-ray and a box set if you want. You can do that if you want. That way the actors don't dupe you. Okay, guys, I'm not gonna release the 4K Blu-ray box set until the movies play, or all the 3 movies play at the theaters. So what I'll do for what? What I'll do for what? What I'll do for if I release Zanus on theaters for my theater chain, obviously, I'm gonna release the volume 6 months at a time. That way you don't keep the fans waiting. 1 year is too long. No, release the movies. Have the theaters booked for 6 months. Then after 6 months, Volume 2 plays on theaters. And you get the previews of Volume 2 when you watch the movies at the theaters. I think that's pretty cool. And then 6 months later, you release Volume what? You release Volume 3. So you have an 18-month period. And after the 18 months, I'll release my 3 4K Blu-ray movie box set on Amazon for the world to buy. You can do that. That way the actors don't dupe you and Peter Jackson doesn't dupe you. You see what I'm saying? Right? That way Peter Jackson doesn't dupe you. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm not going to release the 4K Blu-rays. I'm not going to release the 4K Blu-ray year by year. Otherwise, the actors and Peter Jackson are now duping you. Because Peter Jackson will now make like $900 million for the fucking movie. He's ripping you off. $900 million is, you're being way too generous. And the actors are all making like, Ariana Grande's making, I don't know, like $40 million in royalties. You're ripping you off. Okay, Amazon, I will not. Amazon will be like, Ivan, why don't you release the movies year by year? You'll make more money, obviously. Yeah, but then the actors are going to be duping me, obviously. You see what I'm saying? They're going to, like, John Boyega and all are not going to be making like $15, $18 million in royalties. And you're being way too generous when you pay them that kind of money. And Ariana Grande is making like her $60 million, something crazy. 40, 55 million bucks in royalties Ariana Grande is making. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not smart. You don't want to keep that. Yeah, you don't. Trust me, for my movies, you don't want to wait 1 year for the next movie, man. It's gonna really, really piss fans off. So what I'll do is, if I build that theater chain, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to release Zane in the 3 volumes, 6 months at a time, just like the different Revolutions. Reloaded was released. Revolutions came out like 6 months after Reloaded. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to wait 1 year for the next movie. Otherwise, it's just you know, if you do that, the actors are gonna what? Yeah, you don't want to do that, man. Yeah, obviously. And I'm not releasing the 4K Blu-ray year by year. No, I'm gonna release the whole thing in a box. Okay, release the movie on theaters for 18 months for the world to watch. Then after the 18 months, I'll release it. I'll release my Zanus movie on Amazon on 4K Blu-ray for the world to buy, and the actors will get their check, obviously. That way, Peter doesn't dupe you. That way, Peter gets his $350 million in royalties, and he doesn't dupe you when he takes home like $900 million. But if you release the 3 movies year by year on 4K Blu-ray, Peter Jackson's gonna make like $900 million in royalties. It's something crazy, man. You don't let these guys dupe you, and the actors are gonna make something crazy. No, like they're not worth your royalties. I want them to dupe like that. But I could give Peter a small piece of the pie for the what? I could give Peter a small piece of the pie for the box office ticket sales because he's your director. You can give him something. You can give him... Before I said 0.08, that's too much. No, give Peter like 0.0, I don't know, 5% or something like that. He makes a nice 20 million each, extra 20 million each for the body. You can do that for Peter if you want. Give him 0.05, 0.05% of the profits you can give Peter. Obviously, you can do that for Peter. And then John Favreau, you can give them 0.02% of the ticket sales. Not 0.07. No, that's too much. No, give them 0.02%. They make a nice $10 million for the box office ticket sales for the 3 movies. They make an extra $30 million for the box offices. Consider your CEOs. Give them that. Was my other 5 don't get squat off. My other 5, I'm not giving them any more than what I'm already paying them. No, the other 5 just get the royalty checks for the 4K Blu-ray movies, the box set, and that's it. But Amazon will tell me, Ivan, why don't you sell your what? Why don't you just sell Volume 1 separately from Volume 2 and 3? We'll make more money, Ivan. Like, I'm like, guys, man, no, man. No, man, I don't want these. No, guys. You know, me and VJ already made more enough money. Like, there's a saying in this world, how much money is enough. You're already making more enough money. I'm going to release it in a box set. It's better that way. That way you don't keep the fans waiting, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll make way more money, but it's too much, man. I'll make more money, but it's there's a saying in this world, how much money is enough. Me and VJ are making more enough money. Amazon's making more enough money. You know what I'm saying? How much money is enough? Yeah, there's a saying, how much money is enough. And that's why I'm going to have that big talk with VJ when I meet here in Vancouver, when we settle in Vancouver. Hey, VJ, do you want to build your own IMAX theater chain, or you don't want to? You want to just release it on 4K Blu-ray? I don't know, Ivan. I think we should just release it on 4K Blu-ray. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a huge project, Ivan. It's just more work for us, Ivan. Yeah. The problem with building that theater chain is it's a lot of work. I have to make all the calls around to all the countries in Europe, Canada, America. You know what I'm saying? It's a huge project, man. And I'm gonna have, and if I do build that theater chain, I'm gonna ask them, okay, Ivan, what are you thinking to build? Yeah, I want to build my own IMAX theater chain. Okay, what do you want the name of your theater chain to be? I don't know, Cinema Skive? Skive Cinema? Skiveplex Cinema or something like that? Skiveplex Cinema or something like that? Yeah. I'm going to stay away from Plex. That way I don't get copyright issues. I don't know. Skive Cinema, I'm thinking. Skive Play Cinema. Something like that. And they asked me, okay, Ivan, how much theaters you want to build, Ivan? How much IMAX theaters you want to build? I don't know. I want to build a good 2,600 theaters around the world. Okay, which countries are you thinking of, Ivan? Okay, I'm thinking of all the countries in Europe. Canada, America, Mexico, obviously China, Japan, Korea, Australia, New Zealand. Ivan, what about South America? No, I don't want to build in South America or Africa. Those people can just buy the 4K Blu-ray movies. They will not be able to see the movies. 2,500 theaters is enough. Okay, Ivan, that's going to cost you billions. Or how much? Ivan, it'll cost you, you know what I'm saying, for all the costs, buying all the construction crewmen to build your buildings, it's going to cost you like $12 billion, Ivan. Yeah, I can afford it. I have $40 billion in my bank, and I can afford it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ivan. Yeah, okay. Can you guys build this theater chain in a good like 4.5 years? We can do it, Ivan, but you have to hire more employees. You have to hire a lot of employees. How much I might have to pay? I don't know, Ivan. You're gonna have to hire like 20,000 employees, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? 30,000 employees, something crazy. You're gonna have to hire like 30,000 employees. Okay, if I pay them all a nice $40,000 salary every year, it comes up to a couple $100 million. I can easily afford it. You can easily afford it. The $12 million budget's more than enough to pay all these 30,000 construction crewmen. So I'm gonna put on an ad for construction crewmen in Canada and all the major cities, and the states, and the major cities, the major cities in those countries in Europe, China, all them, and people are gonna sign up and they're gonna build all those theater chains, the theater buildings, obviously. And I'm gonna build an IMAX theater chain. Build a good 2,600 theaters around the world, obviously. And I'll have Volume 1 play for 6 months. That's more than enough time for the whole world to watch it. And then after that, Volume 2 gets released. And then after that, Volume 3 gets released. So I'm going to have 3 premieres. I'm going to have 3 red carpet premieres for Zanus. And I'll do all my premieres at the Bergenzark Resort. I can do that for them. I can do all my premieres at the Bergenzark Resort. I can do. Sorry, I can do all my. I can do what? I can do all my what? All I can do my red carpet event at the Bergenstock Resort with the 3 movies. But that will cost me more money, you see what I'm saying? I can easily take $20 million of my money. What I'll do is the money that I make off the ticket sales, I'll take $10 million of that and I'll use it to book the Bergenstock Resort again for another. I'm gonna have 6 luxury hotel parties for my movie. Okay, guys, if I build that theater system, I want to have 6 parties, 6 different parties, 3 parties at the Bergenstock Resort. Have it at the Bergenstock Resort, considering I filmed Switzerland there. I'm going to host all my 3 red carpets events there, and my 2 electrical turbo events there. 3 times. You see what I'm saying? So what I'll do is I'll release Zayden 6 months from each other. Not year by year. No, that's too long. I don't want to be distracted while I'm working on The Great Escape. No, do 6 months. Have it play at the theaters for 6 months. That's more than enough time for the whole world to watch it. And you have it play for another, and you have Volume 2 play for another 6 months, and you have Volume 3 play for another 6 months. So you have an 18 month release for the movie. And after the 18 months, I release my 3 volumes on 4K Blu-ray. On 4K Blu-ray in a box. And I'm not going to release it year by year. I'm not going to release the volumes separately. I'm not going to do that. Just release it on one volume on 4K Blu-ray. That way the actors don't dupe you. And what? You'll make more money. Yeah, I'll make more money, but I don't want these people dupe me, man. I don't want Peter walking away with $900 million of my money, man. That's crazy, man. That's fucking crazy. He's ripping you off if you give him $900 million of your money. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. I could release the movies year by year if I want to, but it's just going to be more work. Because me and VJ are going to be distracted while we work on the Great Escape movies. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be distracted, man. We won't be distracted. All we have to do is just go to the premiere, do Luxury Hotel Party event, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ivan, you're but high chance I will not do this, guys. So I'm just throwing it out there. High chance I'm just going to stick to the 4K Blu on Amazon. As I don't feel like taking $12 million of my money and putting it towards a theater chain, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to hire like 100, 200,000 employees, something crazy. You know what I'm saying? I have to hire all these managers. It's a lot of work. But you're going to get a better experience because you're watching in the theaters in IMAX. But George Lewis might tell me, Ivan, don't waste your time doing that, man. Like Amazon will handle all that hassle for you, man. Ivan, if you want to do this, you're looking at a lot of work, man. You have to make all these calls. It's just more stress for you and VJ, Ivan. You don't need to build your own theater chain. Amazon's good enough. You'll make your billions. You don't have to worry about distribution. You know what I'm saying? Amazon can handle all that for you, Ivan. So Sarah, yeah, but guaranteed, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni might tell me, Ivan, why don't you build your own theater chain? You can easily afford it. You take $12 million of your money and build your own theater chain, Ivan. You'll make your money back. You have the keys, no risk. Why don't you do that, Ivan? They might tell me that. That's why I'm considering it. Obviously, something tells me it's a good idea. Something tells me it's a bad idea because it's just more stress for me and VJ. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna have to hire like 200,000 employees. Yeah, we're going to have to hire like 200,000 employees, something crazy. More employees than even Amazon. Amazon only has like 200 warehouses around the world. Yet they have 100,000 employees. Whereas for my theater chain, I'm building 2,100 theaters. You're looking at a couple 100,000 employees, man, something crazy. Hence why pay all the workers a nice $15 an hour. It's a good paycheck. And the supervisors, you can pay them $17 an hour. And the managers, you pay them $100K. Don't pay them $200K. No, they're going to affect your budget. Pay them $100K. That's a paycheck for a manager. And you can hire CEOs to run the whole theater chain if you want. Or you can have John and Dave run that. But John and Dave can run it, but they have to have people under them who are handling the divisions. You have one person who runs. You know what I'm saying? You have managers at each theater, obviously, and you have like CEOs that run the whole Canadian division, the American division. You can pay all those guys are like $1 million yearly salary, $500,000 yearly salary to run it all. You can hire people who worked on AMC to run that. You know what I'm saying? The CEOs of AMC, you can hire those guys to run those theater chains. Pay them a nice $1 million salary. I can afford it. Don't be stupid and pay them $10 million. No, you can't afford it. You're going to affect your budget. Pay them like $1 million a year. As the CEOs for AMC, they probably make like about that amount of money around there, right? They probably make like 800 grand, 700, $1 million, those guys. Around there. You see what I'm saying? But there's a high chance I will not do this, guys. There's a high chance I'm just going to stick to 4K Blu-ray on Amazon. It's much easier. I don't have to worry about distribution or any of that craziness. If I have my own theater chain, I'm going to have to hire like 200,000 employees, something crazy. 100,000 plus employees guaranteed. I have to hire all these managers. What I'll do is I'll hire people to take care of that for me. Me and VJ are not going to do that dirty work. No, you hire people to do all this stuff for you. So if I want to... If me and Vito decide to build that theater chain, we're going to hire people to take care of all the calls for us. I'm not going to do all those calls. No, man. Hire someone to take care of it all. You hire your lawyers to trademark your name. I don't know, Cinema Skive, Skive Cinema, Skiveplex Cinema, you know what I'm saying? Skive Source Cinema. Skive Source Cinema. Yeah, Skive Source Cinema is nice. Skive Source Cinema. Obviously, you hire lawyers to trademark your name and all that, and do all that dirty paperwork for you. And I'm gonna have to hire someone to contact all the people worldwide, man. Okay, look, man. I want to have my theater chain worldwide in Canada, America. You know what I'm saying? Europe. You know what I'm saying? China, Japan, Korea, New Zealand, Australia. I need you contacting Mexico. I need you contacting all the what? All the people, man, and you hire someone to take care of that dirty work for you. Pay the person a couple $100,000 to take care of that for you. Okay, I need you making all these calls. Me and VJ don't have time to make all these calls, man. Hire assistants to handle all that stuff for you. The only thing me and VJ have to do is we have to talk to the people. We're gonna have to fly to all these. We're gonna be busy. We have to fly to all these cities in Canada, America. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of work. And that's why there's a high chance I will not do this. As I'm just gonna stick to 4K Blu-ray on Amazon, and I'll release my box set on Amazon, my 4K Blu-ray box set. As I'm not a fan of having the fans wait, man. The fans are gonna be very pissed off if when they see Volume 1, they have to wait like a year or 6 months for Volume 2. They're gonna be very, very pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Whereas all my other movies, I don't have to worry about the fans waiting because I'm only going to release one movie. Whereas Zane's is 3 movies, like Lord of the Rings. One story told in 3 movies, hence why the fans are going to have to wait. Whereas for The Great Escape and They're Unique, the fans see one movie for like the theaters open for 6 months, and afterwards I release it direct to 4K. I release it direct to 4K on Amazon. The fans don't have to wait long. Whereas for what? Whereas for Zane's, I'll just release the whole 3 volumes in a box set at the same time. I'm not going to release it year by individually. But Amazon will tell me, I haven't released it individually to make more money. I'm like John, I know why you want me to release it. You want to make more money, obviously. You know, if you have John take home 0.1% or 0.2% of 3 of the 4K Blu-ray movies separately, he's gonna make like $300 million. And he's now ripping you off. He's duping you, man. He's fucking duping you. So I'm saying, I don't want these guys duping me, man. So I'm saying, and Peter Jackson will take home like $1 billion, $950 million. That's too much. You're being generous. No, guys, I'm gonna release my 4K Blu-ray in a box set, and the actors get their 0.1 for that, and Peter gets his 0.6. He gets his 350. That's my deal. I'm not gonna release the movies year by year. No, release it all at once in the box, so that way the fans get the full package. They don't have to wait. It's easier that way. Trust me. Yeah, but I went for money, guys. There's a saying in this world: how much money is enough? You're making more than enough money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just about the money. I also care about the fans. Don't have the fans wait on another, don't have the fans wait another 6 months for Volume 2. No, just release the whole thing in a package for 4K Blu-ray if I start that big theater chain with VJ. But something tells me, George Lucas will tell me, Ivan, I think it's a bad idea. I think it's just more work for you and VJ. Like, Ivan, don't do that, man. Like, you're looking at something crazy. Like, it's a waste of money doing that for just one movie, Ivan. Just release it on 4K Blu-ray on Amazon. It's good enough. You'll make your billions. You'll make more money than what you make for the theaters. It's just more. It's just more work for you guys. Hence, was a high 60% chance I won't do that. I'm just gonna stick to 4K Blu-ray on Amazon. So I'm saying, yeah, man. Obviously, yeah. It's gonna cost me billions to build that theater chain, man. Ivan, yeah, it'll cost me like $12 billion to build IMAX. I can easily build cheaper theaters if I want to. It'll cost me less, but for cheaper price, you get cheaper quality. Obviously, if you want to get an unheard of experience for my movie, you build IMAX screening theaters. The theaters you buy a bunch of IMAX projectors for all the what? For all the but you're looking at a high cost, like $12 billion in costs around there. To build 2,500 theaters will cost me $12 billion. $12 billion to build the theaters, the IMAX technology. You know what I'm saying? Everything to do with building the building. You know what I'm saying? You have all the fees, hiring all the construction crewmen to build those buildings. That all costs money, man. Pay the construction crewmen a nice like $40K a year, $50K a year to build your theaters all over Canada and all of them. You're gonna have to hire a good like, I don't know, 30,000. Something crazy. You're gonna have to hire like 30,000. You're gonna need a good like 50, 60 construction crewmen per. A good 50 construction crewmen per theater to build all that, man. 50 people per every building. You're looking at like I don't know, 30, 20,000 people, 30,000 construction crewmen around the world building all the theaters, man. You know, Ivan, we can pull it off in 4 years, but you have to hire a lot of crewmen to get it done quicker, obviously. You have to hire, okay, how much people are on Ivan? 20,000 people? You're going to need 20,000. You're going to need at least 50 people per cinema to build that building quick in 4 years. We're going to get it accomplished in 5 years, Ivan, 4.5 years. When you're done your movie, the theaters will all be built for you, ready to go, for the fans to watch. Obviously. You know what I'm saying? You also have to put money into the food. The drinks, the food, it all costs money. It's high maintenance costs running a theater, man, a theater chain. You have huge overhead costs. You have to pay all your thousands of employees. They're what? Their paycheck, obviously. You have to pay all the managers, like their $100K. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay the CEOs who run it, like a nice $1 million salary. It all costs money. You also have to buy the food. The CEOs are going to have to handle ordering all that food for the food concessions. Because if I release a movie around theaters, all the fans around the world are going to demolish the concessions, man. And I'll put money into nice concessions. You know what I'm saying? Nice popcorn, candy, chocolate, nice options of drinks. Obviously, nice hot dogs, poutine, pizza, and even hamburgers. You can put money into that. Don't license like Burger King and all stuff. No, just have your own brand. Have your own brand, your brand of food. That way you don't have to pay Burger King and all them a licensing fee and all stuff. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You're really considering building? Yeah, I'm really considering building that theater chain. Because I think me and Vijay will make more money and we'll what? We'll what? Yeah. But the actors don't get a dime off the ticket sales. They only get a dime off the what? Off the Blu-ray sales. As they're not worth any more than that, obviously. And Peter Jackson, I'll give him a small piece of the ticket sales. I'll give him like 0.02%. For the 3 movies that are going to play at the theaters. He'll make his like $30 million, $28 million. That's good for Peter. And he makes his $350 million in royalties for the 4K Blu-ray box set. As I'm not selling